What's up, Chucklefucks? Welcome back to Wrench's Wreckfest, the series where you submit your From the Depths designs to me for review, and I either praise them for being a fantastic design with little feedback, or shit all over them for them being a terrible design with maybe a side of constructive criticism. This video is now late, significantly, due to me going and trying to edit the video just to find out that the entire hour of footage of me reviewing all the craft got corrupted and forced me to restart the entire fucking video. So we're gonna try this again. Hopefully it works better this time. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Oh man, I gotta clean that up. This session is fucking cursed. I don't know what about it. I don't know why, but it's fucking cursed. Alright, so with this Wreckfest, we're also going to start reviewing things in a little bit of a different manner, since at this current moment, people could still submit up to 2 designs each week. Instead of me going alphabetical order and then certain people's craft, if they submit 2, one being at the beginning of the video, one being like midway through to the end, instead, we are going to go through all the people that have submitted 1 design. Once we get through to them, then we're going to go to the people that submitted 2 designs and spawn both of them in at the same time and review them in the same little section. Keeps it a little bit more organized and will also help cut down on the time just a little bit. So, with that being said, let us start off with Bomb. This is by Froggo.
Huh?
What the fuck is this? Just a giant ape. Is this just meant to? It's just meant to explode. What does it do to an enemy? Hold on. I want a big target. Here we go. I have no idea if this thing has any kind of guidance on it. It doesn't really look like it does, but I am very curious to see what this thing is like whenever it impacts, it fucking explodes. Oh my god! The fucking fireworks! It's not... Very few of them are actually hitting. That didn't really do a whole lot. It's just... If it were me, I would try and find a way to eject all those shells downwards instead of kind of like out in a blossom kind of pattern. I have no idea if you can do that. But that way all the extra shells and stuff that get ejected out are kind of pointed towards more down the towards the enemy that you're going for, instead of giving it more of a shotgun effect, which honestly is kind of less effective because this was a pretty big target and it missed almost entirely with all the shells. So I would see if you could maybe direct that more down and maybe add some guidance to it. Right, next is the Harasser. This is by Cav. Take a look at this guy. Very spiky. Very spiky. You got a little... Oh, that's an actual nuke on the chain up in the front. Okay. Main thing I'm seeing right now is, one, I would make the rams, or like the drill bits, not spin separately from the wheels. I would attach those to the wheels so they spin with the wheel when it's moving, but also not spinning when it's stationary. Same with up here in the front. I also feel like these spikes should be pointing like outwards instead of forwards, or to at least kind of make somewhat of a fender flare around these rear wheels. I feel like they need some kind of a flare, like a skeletonized frame going around the rear wheels, kind of to act as protectors, almost. Flamethrower sticking out the side, look alright. Windows are alright. Thrusters are alright. Yeah, that's about all I got for that one. I mean, it's a short little, I'm gonna assume, nimble little craft. Relatively cheap. I don't know about it being 16k and having its own fucking nuke on it to immediately kill itself, but either way, that would be my input on that one. Alright, next is the Deleveraging Articulation Masterworks. This is by T-Lad. Let's take a look at this fella. Very expensive, 900. Ooh! Ooh! fuck, yeah. It's kind of giving off a giant space goldfish vibe. But I love, like, I love the looks of having, like, a black underbelly or, like, the main frame, and all these orange bits basically looking like giant armored plates bolted onto it. I love that kind of a look. And, or it makes it look like, you know, if this armor plate gets way too damaged, you know, it could be replaced and it's not part of the entire frame. But I love all the details you put on the underside of the frame. Makes it really feel like that's not the armored bit. These plates are the armored bit. Love all the details on that. Rear thrusters, they're basic, but they're alright. What are these little guys? 499s. You don't have an... Oh! It's because they're a diff gun, so who gives a fuck about a recoil absorption on that? I know, coming from me, that's kind of fucking shocking, but... Yeah, all the... You know, the thing I am noticing that you did a very good job of integrating is it doesn't actually look like it's that deco heavy up top. It looks a lot more in-depth than it is, and it's because you're utilizing the default textures of a lot of different blocks very well. Like this here works great. You just retextured the fuel tanks for the material storage, and it works great there. You got the different machinery there. You've got the fuel engine, like where the crankshaft attaches into, the actual engine itself. That looks great. Different material containers there. More of the diff guns. I love like the little intakes and stuff. And these turret caps. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I, honest to God, don't think there is anything I can add to this thing. I wish I could make airships that were this fucking badass, but I suck dick at airships. So, I mean, just beautiful. I really don't have anything I can add to it. I would be perfectly happy with the way it is. Very nicely done. Alright, next is the Fwidden? I don't fucking know. This is by Morgana. Let's take a look at this thing. Oh! Look at this fella. A very interesting take on a sales ship. And you know what? I like it quite a lot. It's so fucking different. Like, you making the roots kind of like circle all the way around and like just grip to the sides of the hull. And it's even... Is this, Oh, it's even, off-centered. Like, it's, asymmetrical. God, that looks like a pain in the ass. Same with this figurehead. No, I love the tree root kind of idea for this. And you've got all like the little branches and stuff fucking cut off of it and everything. Sail design is beautiful. Got any kind of an interior? Oh my god, you do have an interior. God damn, you got a place for the anchor. Bro getting fucking drunk. All the cannons look great. Notice, gun out of order. Need board grog. Oh! It's because it's covered by a tree root. God damn! Full fucking interior. 1 grag ration per elf per day. Bro looks kind of fucking depressed at seeing how little his goddamn rations are. Give the little man some more fucking grog, dude. What's in here? Oh! The Minecraft fox. Okay. And then, what is this? This is the captain's quarters. Oh, you've even got, like, roots kind of going along here, too. Compass, a whole map. Very nice. Maybe the thing that I see that you can kind of do with some more on is the windows here in the back kind of feel a little bit too big and like without support. So like I feel like whenever I see old sail ships It's kind of like those old glass panes or whatever that's got like the cross, like support pattern across the glass panes, and then maybe like a wood trim around it. I feel like would fit this pretty well. But other than that, the other overall design of the thing is beautiful, and I fucking love it. This is a very cool concept. Next is the Inquisition. This is by Laser. I can't tell if this is a fucking fortress or we're just gonna go ahead and spawn it here. Oh, Jesus Christ, I was right to fucking put it on land. Oh my god, it is laggy. Holy shit. Basically, giant church steeples. Okay, we're gonna pause this for a moment. Basically, giant church steeples and towers for legs. They're alright. I feel like this upper section looks fine, but I feel like all the spiky bits down here is a little bit excessive. I would maybe make some other bigger like pivot points kind of on the feet or the jaws of the feet a little bit. I think the like actual grip pattern and everything of the feet is fine, but I feel like just all the spiky bits down here is a little excessive. It doesn't look very good. Up here looks alright. Actually, place for you to fucking sit and drive the thing. Is there anything in here? Oh, there is an interior. Let's look at that. Chains down here. There's that side, all the fucking pews, altar. Huh. It gets the vibe across of the white flares. Big window in the rear. Huge steeple. Oh yeah, I forget there is a bell texture in the game, so you don't even have to fucking make that manually. Very nice. Short range lenses, good lord. I feel like the thing I am lacking to see here, one, I would try and integrate these detection components a little bit more. Them being kind of exposed like that look a little bit off. But the main thing I'm noticing is, how the fuck are you supposed to get up to the church? How are you supposed to get up there? Because there's no walkways, there's no ladders, there's no stairs, there's no access hatches or anything on how the fuck to get in. I do see your cargo bay here, which I feel like you could use a cargo door. But, I mean, unless you're supposed to get hoisted up into here, I don't really know how you're supposed to get in. So maybe try and make a way for your people to be able to actually get up and into the thing. But other than that, I think that's about all I got. Next is the ANSV Krithimsup. Krithimsup? This is by Night. Let's take a look. Oh. Hold on, let me put this into some like Steel Strider's colors. I feel like that would look a little bit better. And then let's hoist this bitch up. And, okay, so it is a sub. What the fuck is going on with your, like, big deck up here? Why is it so wide with nothing supporting it? Like, I feel like the hole should be flush with that, or the deck should be, like, flush with the hole shaping. Because right now, it looks really fat. Especially up here in the front. Like, this... Yeah, this deck needs to be right up against or like one block away from the side of your hole here. Because this is just too much. I feel like that would kind of help with your shaping here a little bit. Your superstructure, it's okay. Looks like it could use some kind of portholes. Some, like maybe a door or two in order to be able to get in. And... it's really fucking fat. And why is it that it slopes all the way to the front like this? And it's not like starting here, kind of bulging out about here, and then tapering back down. Because it doesn't really look like you're doing so here. Oh, well, I guess you kind of are with the way the propellers are, but Your shaping on this thing is just really fucking whack. Superstructure we can deal with later. Your hull shaping needs to... It doesn't look like it flows very well. It feels like it was scrapped together and fucking welded. Like, it doesn't look like it was planned. You need to make it to where your hull is smoother and everything looks like it is designed to be together than scrapping a bunch of components together. Because that's really what it looks like right now. And I would maybe try recessing some of these missiles down here. Oh, you actually have custom missile deco, so at least I'll give you that. But yeah, your overall shaping and the way the whole hull flows, it's not very good. Next is the Skolix. This is by Doduk. What is this thing? Oh my lord. Oh my god, that all moves. Holy shit. Okay. Oh my lord. I don't even want to know how the fuck you managed to do this. Every bit moves independently. God damn. Okay. Wow. Let's take a look. That's a cram cannon under here. Okay. I like the little hexagonal, like, plates. Armor plates you got sticking around there. Definitely looks like a giant living fucking insect. Oh my god, that's particle cannon too. I don't know why, but I really like whenever people use like hex shaped like armor plating. Almost like scaling. It's kind of cool. Then you got different plasma guns here. You got different exposed plasma bits. And this is your engine back here. Your engines look great. God damn. I want to see, how does this thing fly? I know it's going to kind of look funky because it's not in its proper colors. Hang on. What about Gree Talons? How does Gree Talons look? Looks alright. Holy shit, the whole, like, it actually pivots around and everything. Jesus Christ. I don't even want to know what kind of breadboard bullshit you had to do to be able to do this. Breadboard already hurts my brain, and this just makes it has a fucking aneurysm. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to add or say on this. What am I to add? This thing not only looks like it's effective as fuck, and probably throws off AI targeting a lot with so many of the bits of it pivoting around. But it also has a psychological factor. If you're in a little fucking destroyer and you all of a sudden see a demon worm from space fucking barreling its way towards you, spewing out fucking goddamn crams and plasma cannons at you, I'd probably piss myself. Alright, next is the MMS New Horizon. This is by Moji. Okay, I'm not going to question the colors that you had there before. This looks like someone that is early on into trying to making ships in FTD. And they're on a good start, but they need some, definitely need some work. The front of your hull shaping is fine. I definitely saw here in the back, feels like your sloping needs to be more gradual coming from there down to like right here, so your propellers sit a little bit lower and under the hull rather than sticking right here on the back, and then you'd also have room for a bigger rudder. I would get rid of this like little crop out thing that you've got here on the side. That kind of looks stupid. I would just widen out the hole by 1 or 2 more meters on each side and just kind of gradually slope it out. Let's see here. Let's take a look at your gun. It's a 200 mil recoil, 1300. You got a 1800 absorption, 26.5 RPM. Not bad. Cooling limit's just right. Not bad at all. Same here. 120 here. Oh. You know what I'm gonna say. Get more recoil absorption. It's not going to take up that much space. And the gun back here, it looks like it is just fine as well. Your superstructure base is okay, but I'm noticing a lack of any kind of smokestack or exhaust. So I would add some kind of an exhaust, even if you integrate it like starting like here, come up at a slope and then down a little bit like that, if it makes any sense. Steel Striders has got some decent smokestack designs if you want to go and look at them. And then I would move the center post of your front mast to like right here or right here. Make it come up probably 4 or 5 more meters, and I would make it like a thin wire type kind of mast. Kind of something more along the lines of this, although you ain't gotta go so hardcore and to make it like the X pattern here. But something to where it's like pretty thin when it comes to its support beams and stuff. I feel like would look pretty good there. And then making sure to add these like little extra arms that come off the sides. And then your rigging. That can go real good there for you. Also, what I would recommend is if you're going for more of a World War II kind of style or Dreadnought kind of style, a good window frame that's easy is the bulkhead door. So in this case, we'll use door bulkhead alloy, and we will down it by half. Bring her down and bring it forward like 0.001. Boom, you have a window frame. Bam. Whoops. Bam, like that. Bam, like that. Boom. Easy. And then you can just kind of fiddle with them to fill up the angled space with these windows. That would help it a little bit. And then something else that you might do as well is take like some of these oblique panels and make somewhat of like a almost like a sun visor over the top of them. And then I would maybe move this gun and the front of the superstructure forward just maybe by like 3 meters. Just so you can have your superstructure kind of fill out your ship a little bit more. Kind of more like, I guess I'll use mine here for an example, kind of more along the lines like this. Next up is the Magnetar. This is by Syrup. Let's take a look at this. Ooh! Hold on. I think this was supposed to be Scarlet Dawn. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, how the fuck did you manage to get the, like, lightning or, like, electric arcing bits across here? That is fucking cool. Again, I'm a sucker for, like, the hex kind of armor plating, shield plating thing. But I mostly love this. That is such a cool effect. So what is this thing? This is just a giant pack gun or a plasma? Pack gun. Wait a minute. Did this go through? Oh, it goes slower after it's charging up. And it ain't. I don't know how the fuck you managed to do this, Syrup, but beautiful. I love it. The only thing I think I could really say is I feel that the cockpit area here could be just like 1 block wider on each side. It feels a little bit too narrow, personally. You also might add other glowy, like light blue bits, kind of up in this area, almost like cooling fins for the rail or for the particle cannon. That might be kind of cool. But other than that, I don't have anything else I can really say about this. That I love that so much. That is so fucking cool. Alright, and the last one for the singular submissions is the TGS Cerberus, which is by Gender Spartan. Let us take a look. Ooh. I'm always a sucker for the goddamn, like, cool-ass modern style you do, dude. Always fucking beautiful. How much? Whoop. How much is this thing? 974k. God damn. Alright, let's take a look at the guns. Beautiful. Beautiful. Turret caps. I love it. I love the giant mantlets. Not so much the heavy armor texture there, but everything else on it looks good. What is the gun? It is a 350 mil. And let's see here. You don't even have enough capacity on your railgun. It's 13.8. You don't have enough recoil absorption, and you don't have enough rail capacity. And your fire rates are significantly different. Like the outer barrel, is it the same over here? Yeah, 13.8 fire rate for the middle, or for the outside barrels, and 12.8 for the middle barrel. Now on this one, you have enough recoil absorption and rail use, like rail capacity, but you don't on the outer one. So it's either upgrade these and upgrade this, or downgrade their fire rates a little bit to match the middle one, so then all their specs are in line. That's up to you. But regardless, you need to fix that, my boy, because that is bad. Love the little missile turret. The bridge looks good, as always. We've got even a little bit of an interior to it. Capped it with a Kang and a cigar. No other interior. Don't blame you. I would honestly make these something other than just a box. I would instead do kind of like more of like a stretched out hex rather than just a box. I feel like would look a little bit better. Missile silos here in the back look good. You got enough decos around. Big hangar door in the back. I love that. A dual minigun. God damn. What is this thing? You've got enough recoil absorption. Good. 40 mil. 2355 RPM. Christ almighty. What a fast firing fucker. Hull shaping as always is beautiful. Props in the rear look good. Yeah, everything else looks good, but you got some serious balancing issues you need to address with your main guns. Alright, and now moving on to the people that have two designs that they submit. We are going to start off with FOB. He has the oil refinery and the shipyard. So let's go ahead and spawn both of these guys in. Go ahead and put them in godly just in case. We'll start with the oil refinery. Okay. Basic, but it works. I do wish you had the animation of the pumps actually going, but I also understand with how like the reciprocating part, like over here is kind of it would be a pain in the ass to animate. But other than that, they look just about right. They look alright. I got the tanks that they go into, just a little base building, bigger storage tanks. Yeah, not too bad. It just looks like a nice material storage kind of craft. Oh yeah, 558,000 materials. I also feel like the sides of these are a little bit too flat. I feel like they need to have some other like support beams running across, and maybe a pivot point here. I don't know. Everything else down here though looks fine. Yeah, that's about it for the oil refinery. So let's take a look at the shipyard. Okay. First thing that comes to the mind with the shipyard. It looks bland as fuck. Like, the crane detail over here, perfectly fine. The buildings, they could use like a little bit more detail. Maybe like a, you know, a gutter pipe coming down. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like a little porch or something, or like a exterior walkway. But the place looks abandoned. There's nothing else on the deck or on the actual shipyard itself. Like I get it, you know, you don't want a ton of stuff around the crane, which the crane looks fine. But I feel like it should have other little things around it. Like there's no points for a boat to have, like, you know, rope tie down points. There's no other little containers around. There's no oil barrels. There's no exterior like walkways coming down here. There's none of that. It needs greebling. It needs just random shit scattered around, like a forklift maybe over here, pallet jack, you know, just kind of like industrial equipment for moving large cargo. Other than just the containers, I would also mix up the color of the containers too, to kind of add a little bit of diversity to the container colors that you've got around here. But yeah, that's the main thing. I think the basis of it looks fine. It's just lacking a lot of the little details to make it look like it's actually used and not abandoned. All right, next is going to be the Waterlate Aircraft Assembly Line and Port. This is by Elite Leon. I just realized that the two people I started off with for the two designs have back-to-back structures. Did not even realize that. Okay. Not against it, it's just weird. Anywho, let's take a look at this aircraft factory. I like the rustic, or not rustic, but like the old metal roof look, where it's kind of all rusted up here on the top. Let's go ahead and pause this here. Your wheels are... they're a little fucked up. You might wanna get that checked out, there, buddy. Let's see, like a little check-in point. Just got an engine. Big old fucking garage door. I feel like it's missing some catwalks and stuff up here, kind of in the rafters area. See, you've got some of that here. I understand this is also like an overhead crane, it looks like. Aircraft's like engine parts, giant machinery, giant drill press, the engines, fuselage, another drill press. Yeah, it's not too bad. I feel like it's lacking other stuff on the walls. Like, I feel like it should have, you know, at some of these stations, and I can speak to this because at my last job, I was going into multiple different factories and stuff, working on their industrial air compressors. It's missing a surprisingly lack of, or it's missing a surprising amount of different pipes coming down. Like I would recommend having some kind of like a big manifold for like a big pipe, say for compressed air in this case, run it across the top, and then have little branch off points where you have a air pipe coming all the way here and all the way down here for some tools. You could also maybe in like this area or something, kind of like right here, put some other industrial equipment like air compressors or nitrogen machines, laser cutters, and then other like, you know, electrical fuse boxes like breaker panels. Like that would be a perfect thing to put over here by this equipment. Have some breaker panels and the electrical running up and basically running to just a big electrical grid up on the ceiling. That way you have a place to isolate all of your machinery here. That would help kind of fill out the walls a little bit better. I know that's a lot of specific stuff, but I mean, that's just what comes to mind. And you got this big ass plane. I hope this is not the plane that is supposed to be assembled here, because it's a little fucking big for the components that you have stored here. But other than that, the factory itself, especially exterior wise, looks perfectly fine. Now let's move on to the ports. Okay, I think you're using some fleet colors here, and it's kind of aggravating me. Hold on. Steel Strider stuff. Oh, no, that's just how it is. Okay, never mind. Overhead crane, it looks alright. It looks like it's missing some other details. Like, it looks like it's missing some kind of a way, like other catwalks coming up around here. So it looks like people are able to come up here and do maintenance. It also feels like the crane here should be hanging down maybe a little bit more on the cables instead of all the way up. Tracks and everything look alright. You are not quite as of a bad situation as FOB's or FOB's ports. You've got more shit kind of laying around, and you also got this gun here. Oh, wait a minute. I changed the fleet colors, and then I didn't even bother to unpause it. I completely forgot. I know this still isn't the right colors, but either way. It looks like your wheels are still... Me too, buddy. Me too. Also me too. I'm fucking tired as shit. I love the little floating letters that you got indicating that this guy is fucking pondering how the hell this even happened, and this guy is just fucking snoozing on a job. I would recommend also changing up more of the colors that you've got for the containers, kind of like what I was recommending to FOB. And yeah, the port itself actually looks like it's fairly filled out, not too much. Your main thing right now, different color of the containers, and add a little bit more like catwalks and walkable bits to the giant overall crane. Alright, next are the craft from Driver. We've got the Plucky torpedo motorboat. And we've got the Hama 500K Tumbly Home. Oh boy. Let's take a look at these. Oh my god, the stark contrast, my boy. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's starting to do a fucking wheelie. Look at the little baby. Now look at the big baby. Oh, I love the little, with how small of a boat it is. You have like the external little fucking engines. Torpedoes come out the side there. You got custom torpedo decos. Honestly, there's not much for me to add to this because I mean it's just so small. There's not really much else to do. Maybe make the slope come back a little bit farther. But this little guy looks perfectly fine to me. Now let's move on to the big baby. First off, fat. Very fat. Kind of like you. And, okay, the first thing I'm noticing, the way that you have your guns laid out is kind of weird. Mainly the spacing on it. Like your superstructure here, the shaping and everything on it, very World War I-esque, but it looks great. It looks fine. Your lifeboats look good. I love the spotlights. But it feels like your guns need to be positioned farther forward. The whole superstructure needs to be moved a little bit farther forward. And it just feels like there's nothing here on the side. And you also seem to be a little bit back heavy too. But cool name here. But let's see here. Turret caps look fine. 402s. You got enough recoil absorption. Firing 19.5 RPM. Almost perfectly balanced. Very good. Yeah, it just feels like these guns need to be moved forward a bit more. These guns need to be moved forward a bit more. And I feel like you could do for a little bit, or at least a few more casemates here. Oh, these are diff guns. Understandable. But it feels like you're... I don't think that's supposed to be there. Anywho, it just looks like the overall side of your ship is just... It's really bland. You've got details up here, but you ain't got nothing here. You're also... I'm noticing a surprising lack of railings at all for up in this area. I would recommend getting some railings. Maybe not for like this lower section where the barrels are, but the upper section, definitely. I feel like it can use like maybe like little drains. Like water that splashes up on the deck to, I don't know, kind of catch in a drain, come down. Or I've seen some like World War I or dreadnoughts where it's got like the weird steam pistons or something kind of coming across the sides at like a 45-degree angle coming down. Kind of weird, but I mean, it just needs something. It needs something going across the sides, because right now you have pretty well or decently detailed and stuff up top, but then you've got nothing down below. Nice and smooth and bland. Nothing to it. It needs more detail there. Okie dokie. Next are the craft from Cruiser. We've got the Harmony 647. And we got the HMS Odysseus. Let us take a look. What the... Oh, what the... Is it supposed to be ruined? Because if so, you did a pretty good job of it. Anchor kind of broken, hanging down. Gun barrels are fucked up. Got a rust texture all around. The turret caps shape-wise look kind of okay. But your mantlets definitely need some work. Be a different texture at the very least than metal, because then it blends in with the rest of the turret cap a little bit too much. It also feels like it needs a different trim around the sides. I understand it's a ruined ship, but still. You got parts of your rangefinders broken. I love the kind of like broken up wood, making it look like it really got buried into the deck. I think that looks pretty good. I feel like this window definitely should have had some different trim around the windows instead of it just being solid glass. This mast sitting up there like that looks kind of weird. I would have moved that mast maybe back here, and instead of making the front angle backwards like that, I would have made it go straight up, and then the back angle to it. Smokestack is way too, like, perfectly angled like that. I feel like it should either be straight up or the top of it here should slope this way. It also needs other details. There's a lack of kind of like different walkways, different railings, doors, and stuff. Some of the other destroyed details that you got is good, but it definitely lacks. It looks like it was not very detailed whenever it was new. And it looks like you got the same kind of like ruined style going for a cargo vessel. Does it have any firepower? No. What about this? Not really. So these are literally just like decoration points. I do like the bits of like the giant broken cranes everywhere on this. But it definitely feels like the whole shaping is like way too square. I feel like this slope here should have come back a bit farther. The sides of the hole also feel a little bit too flat. I feel like I would have made like this bottom section, like right here, a 4-meter slope sloping down this way. It also, my god, I would have made the slope here, like where your propellers are, come back to like right here instead. Have it come and slope all the way down and then like come down like that. And then have the propellers down in this section. That way you could also have a bigger rudder. Bridge, it looks alright. Is that a fucking heart? Why is there a heart? Is there a heart in this too? There is. What the fuck? That makes me uncomfortable. I don't, does that mean, oh, this is flesh or something? I don't know. That kind of makes me uncomfortable now. What the fuck, Cruiser? Alrighty, and the last batch of 2 is from gaming. We've got the Fortitude class batch 2 and the Keep. So I'm gonna assume Keep. Good lord, that looks fucking ginormous. 986,000. Why do I have a feeling this is going to take 3 to 5 business days to load?
3 days later.
Popular loyalties and also to deflect people from.
Oh hey, it finished loading. Only 10 minutes later. Good lord, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, bro! What the fuck is the point of this? 300 by 300, pretty much. What in the fuck, dude? I mean, it definitely looks like a big fuck-off castle, but, you know, you're kind of missing, like, everything else. No windows, no outcrops, no doors, no balconies, no stained glass, no archer bits, nothing. And god damn. Nothing in the yard. Nothing. I think your basic shape is fine, but you know, it's kind of like has no fucking detail to it whatsoever. Nothing in here. Didn't really expect there to be. Oh, this is for you to be able to shoot down on them. And shoot on. Okay. Interesting. But either way, yeah, there's not much to this. There's nothing in here. God damn, bro. The volume on this is probably insane. 496,000. And 496. Okay, well, before I move on to your other craft, I'm going to get rid of this thing so my PC will stop trying to have a stroke. And now we can look at your other ship here. This is the Fortitude class. Let's take a look. Typical British turret cap, but looks pretty accurate. Very good. It's a 133. You've got enough recoil absorption. 440.5 RPM. Your cooling limit is just enough. Very good. Very good. Looks good. Looks like the performance of it is pretty balanced. Your hull shaping is good as always. Same with back here. Minus the, like, staggered bit you've got here. I would smooth that out. So you got that gun there. Small helipad with a hanger. I would maybe add a little bit more of, like, a protruded trim around the garage door. But other than that, it looks fine. Custom ladder. Offset. What's that? Why do you have these as diff guns? My god. And this just looks fucking jacked as all hell. Big fuck off cruise missiles. I would add some kind of a turbine here or something to make it look like there's actually a port for exhaust to come out. Because right now, there's fucking nothing. Your mast looks okay, but it looks like it's missing some like of the little arms sticking off of it, and a very large lack of rigging. The windows, they look alright. Not much of an interior, don't blame you. I feel like there should be other ports or camera bits sticking out up here on the top part of that detection turret. My god, look at this stubby little guy. 34 mil, you got enough recoil absorption, almost perfectly balanced. You could use just a little bit more cooling. But 1,000 RPM on that is not bad at all. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I love the flares. I love the flares. I'm a sucker for flares. I don't know why. I just love seeing the sticky flares go out. You don't have much for railings whenever it comes to the side of this thing, so people just fucking slide off. There's also no other doors or access hatches. Or portholes on the side of the superstructure of this thing. Same with down here, no railings down there. I would recommend adding some. And then other little bits of greebling around it still needs, but overall the ship itself looks pretty good. Alrighty, Chucklefucks, I believe that is it for this session of Wrench's Wreckfest. Thank you for those who submitted your designs for review. I appreciate it as always, and sorry for the video coming out later than anticipated. Out of my fucking control. And I don't really feel like recording a whole lot during the week, because when I get home from work, I'm fucking tired. I don't feel like recording, so you're welcome anyway. If you want to participate in Wrench's Wreckfest, you could do so by joining my Discord via the link in the description below, and then you could submit your craft in the Wrench's Wreckfest tab towards the bottom of the server list. At this current time, you could submit up to 2 blueprints per week. The cutoff is every Sunday at 12 p.m. CTE. And if you submit your craft before the deadline, your craft will be involved in the following week's video, which comes out on Sunday at 12 p.m. CTE, whenever the video doesn't fucking corrupt. So, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you Chucklefucks in the next one. Thanks.